Have you ever felt like abundance is just out of reach? No matter what you do, you're stuck in the same cycle of struggle? What if I told you that the key to breaking free isn't in your job, luck, or circumstances, but in the words you speak to yourself every single day? Your mind is like a transmitter, constantly sending out signals that shape your reality without you even realizing it. Science now confirms what ancient wisdom has always known. Your thoughts, emotions, and words hold the power to create your world. But here's the catch. Most people unknowingly affirm their own limitations. Imagine waking up each day telling yourself, "I can't afford this," or "I'm always struggling." What happens then? Your brain locks in that reality. Your neurons fire in the same patterns, reinforcing the belief that abundance is out of reach. But what if you change the script? That's where the power of I Am Affirmations comes in. Long before science caught up, Conny Mendez understood this truth. She wasn't just a writer. She was a visionary, someone who unraveled the hidden codes of abundance long before the world caught on. She taught that the words we speak, especially the words I am, are like commands to the universe. Say, "I am abundant," and your brain begins rewiring itself to seek and create abundance. Modern neuroscience now backs this up. After years of studying the brain, we've learned that when you declare something with certainty, your subconscious mind starts filtering reality to match that belief. This isn't magic, it's biology. It's how neural pathways work, strengthening with every thought you repeat. But there's something even more fascinating, a scientific reason why I Am Affirmations are so powerful. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some people seem to attract endless opportunities while others stay stuck. You'll discover why some break free while others remain trapped in scarcity. In today's video, we'll explore how Conny Mendez's teachings align with modern neuroscience, how Dr. Joe Dispenza work proves the power of affirmations, and most importantly, how you can use these insights to rewire your reality. I'll walk you through the exact steps to shift your energy, reprogram your subconscious, and activate the abundant life that's waiting for you. So, if you've ever wondered why things don't change for you, if you've ever felt like success and prosperity are meant for someone else, stay with me. What you're about to learn has the power to transform everything. Before we talk about affirmations, we need to understand what self-affirmation really is and why it has such a profound effect on the brain. Self-affirmation isn't just repeating positive statements. It's a psychological process that strengthens your identity, reshapes your beliefs, and changes the way you perceive the world. At its core, self-affirmation is about consciously reinforcing your self-worth and potential. Your brain is not fixed, it's adaptable, constantly rewiring itself based on what you focus on. Psychologists have studied this and found something fascinating. When people affirm positive qualities about themselves, their brains respond as though those qualities are already true. This is where it gets even more interesting. Brain scans show that when a person engages in self-affirmation, the brain's reward centers light up. It activates areas linked to motivation and positive emotion, creating a shift in mindset. In other words, when you tell yourself, "I am successful" or "I am abundant," your brain aligns with that new reality. But the true power of affirmations comes from repetition. Your brain is made of billions of neurons that communicate through electrical signals. When you think a thought repeatedly, the connections between those neurons strengthen. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience. Imagine walking through a forest. The first time you take a new path, it's difficult. The grass is thick, branches are in your way, but the more you walk that path, the clearer it becomes. This is exactly how affirmations work. The more you repeat a positive belief, the stronger that neural pathway becomes. Over time, what once felt unnatural becomes automatic. But here's what most people don't realize. Affirmations don't just change your thoughts, they change your action. When your mind believes you are abundant, you start making different choices. You begin taking opportunities you would have ignored before. You move with more confidence. Your subconscious starts seeking proof of your new belief, filtering out anything that contradicts it. So, how does this relate to abundance? Why do some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly, while others struggle no matter how hard they try? To answer that, we need to dive deeper into how Conny Mendez and Joe Dispenza use affirmations to reprogram the mind for success. Before science could explain it, Conny Mendez understood that abundance is not something you chase, it's something you become. Her teachings were rooted in metaphysics, the study of how thoughts and energy shape reality. She believed the universe is always listening, responding to the energy we put out. And the most powerful words we can speak, I am. According to Mendez, every time you declare I am, you are commanding your subconscious mind and the universe itself. Say I am, struggling, and your mind locks that reality in. Say I am abundant, and your brain starts seeking proof of that truth. Mendez understood something many people overlook. Affirmations aren't just words, they're commands, instructions to your subconscious about how to filter reality. The mind is always taking in information, but only focuses on what aligns with your strongest beliefs. If you repeatedly say, money is hard to make, your brain will only notice evidence supporting that. But if you start saying, wealth flows to me effortlessly, your mind will begin recognizing opportunities that were always there but you couldn't see before. But here's where Mendez's approach stands out. She emphasized the emotional charge behind affirmations. She taught that simply saying words wasn't enough. You had to feel them. You had to step into the energy of abundance before it could materialize in your life. This aligns perfectly with what we now understand about the brain. Neuroscientists have proven that the subconscious doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. If you consistently affirm and feel wealth, success, and prosperity, your brain starts rewiring itself to make those things your reality. This highlights the power of not just repetition, but emotional connection to affirmations. When you infuse your words with feeling, they become more than just statements. They become a command to your subconscious mind to make it happen. This is why Mendez's teachings have stood the test of time. She didn't just talk about attracting wealth. She showed people how to become the kind of person who naturally draws it in. Her method wasn't about hoping for abundance, but about embodying the energy of it. By focusing on the internal feeling of abundance, Mendez understood that we don't attract what we desire, we attract what we believe we are. This principle aligns with modern neuroscience, where studies show that the brain has the ability to reshape itself based on repeated thoughts, emotions, and affirmations. Conny Mendez understood that the words we speak shape our reality. She believed that affirmations were not just positive statements, but powerful commands that instructed the universe to align with our desires. Among the many affirmations she taught, some stood out as key to manifesting abundance and prosperity. One of her most powerful affirmations was, I am abundance. Simple, yet profound. She emphasized that by declaring I am, you are affirming a truth that your subconscious will accept without question. When you say I am abundance, you're not just hoping for wealth, you're claiming it as your identity. The subconscious mind begins filtering reality to match that belief, opening doors that previously seemed invisible. Another essential affirmation she taught was, money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Most people unknowingly reinforce scarcity by saying things like, I never have enough, or making money is hard. Mendez knew that such statements became self-fulfilling prophecies. By repeating, money comes to me easily and effortlessly, you reprogram your mind to expect wealth rather than struggle. When the expectation changes, so do the opportunities that appear in your life. This affirmation reprograms the mind to see abundance where others might see obstacles. And it is this shift in perspective that allows abundance to flow naturally. She also encouraged people to affirm, "Everything I desire is already mine." This affirmation shifts the mindset from one of lack to one of possession. Instead of longing for something in the future, it places you in a state of receiving now. Your brain starts working differently, making decisions and taking actions that align with an abundant reality. This affirmation reflects the universal principle that everything you need is already available to you, waiting to be claimed. When you start to believe this, you begin to act as if what you desire is already within reach, and that belief begins to shape your reality. But Mendez didn't just focus on financial abundance. She also taught affirmations like, "I am love," and "I am healthy and full of energy." She believed abundance extended beyond money. It was a state of wholeness in every area of life. These affirmations helped people attract fulfilling relationships, vibrant health, and a sense of overall well-being. Abundance, in her philosophy, wasn't confined to one aspect of life. It was a holistic energy that enveloped all areas of existence: emotional, physical, and financial. When you affirm abundance in every area of life, your energy aligns with the truth that you are deserving of all forms of abundance. Her approach was clear. Speak these affirmations with conviction, feel them as if they are already true, and let the universe respond accordingly. When repeated consistently, these simple yet powerful statements create a shift, not just in the mind, but in the reality that unfolds before you. The key to this transformation is not just the words themselves, but the consistency and the emotional investment behind them. Over time, the more you embody these affirmations, the more they become your truth. Dr. Joe Dispenza has spent years studying the power of the mind and how it shapes reality. His research bridges the gap between ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience, proving that our thoughts have the ability to rewire the brain and influence our external world. He teaches that affirmations are not just positive words. They are tools for transformation, capable of reshaping our identity at the neurological level. Dispenza's work brings a scientific framework to what Mendez understood intuitively. The brain is malleable, and our thoughts can directly influence the material world around us. According to Dispenza, the brain is constantly changing. It is not hardwired, but adaptable. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, means that every thought, every emotion, and every affirmation has the power to create new neural pathways. When we repeatedly affirm a belief, such as "I am abundant," our neurons begin to fire in new patterns, forming a network that supports this reality. Over time, what starts as a thought turns into a deeply ingrained belief, and that belief begins to shape our actions, choices, and even the opportunities we attract. Dispenza's research shows that through consistent practice, affirmations rewire the brain in ways that fundamentally change how we perceive ourselves and the world. But here's the key. Dispenza emphasizes that affirmations must be combined with elevated emotions. Many people repeat affirmations mechanically without truly feeling them. But science shows that the brain doesn't respond to empty words. It responds to emotion. When we say "I am wealthy" and feel the excitement, gratitude, and certainty of already being wealthy, our brain releases chemicals that reinforce this belief. It begins to restructure itself to align with this new identity. The emotional intensity behind affirmations is what makes them so powerful. It's not enough to say the words. You have to believe them, feel them, and live as though they are already true. Dispenza also explains that most people are trapped in a cycle of reaffirming their past. Their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are shaped by past experiences, which keep them stuck in the same reality. Affirmations, when used correctly, break this cycle. By focusing on a future version of yourself, one that is already abundant, successful, and fulfilled, you start training your brain to move toward that reality instead of being anchored in the past. The shift from living in the past to stepping into a future filled with possibilities is a cornerstone of the transformational power of affirmations. It's not just about repeating words, it's about creating a new story for yourself, a story that is aligned with the future you desire. The practice of self-affirmation is more than just a routine. It's a transformative tool that can radically shift your mindset and reshape your reality. By consciously choosing words that empower and align with your deepest desires, and by infusing them with genuine belief and emotion, you tap into the incredible power of neuroplasticity. This process rewires your brain, allowing you to attract new opportunities and create a life filled with abundance and success. The journey to transformation takes time, patience, and consistency, but the results, both big and small, are worth every effort. So, take that first step today. Choose affirmations that resonate deeply with you, say them with conviction, and let them guide you toward the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, the power to change is in your hands. Now is the time to unlock it. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. We are here to support you as you rise to your highest potential.